Hey, what's up guys, it's Skew here. Today's video is kind of adventure-y, medieval-y type of vibe. The inspiration comes from this game that I used to play called Adventure Quest. Back in like elementary school, like middle school, me and my friends would stay up till like 2 in the morning playing this game. It's like that typical like MMORPG where you fight monsters, you level up and stuff like that. And it was just like so much fun. I actually logged on pretty recently to see if my account credentials still worked, and they did. And I actually played for like an hour or two and I was having a pretty good time. Obviously the player base since then has dropped down incredibly. I mean, like there were barely any servers that were active. But it was still pretty cool. The storyline was pretty interesting, and I just thought it would be really cool to kind of do a medieval adventure type of video. I've been wanting to do one for a while, so here it is. I hope you guys enjoy. Wait, no, this isn't right. No, I could have sworn I saw this same exact tree about 20 minutes ago. Am I walking in circles? Sun is setting soon. If I don't get back to town before dark. What the? Oh my gosh. Hey, are you okay? Are you lost too? Oh, man, you got beat up, huh? No, stay down. It's okay. I think I have some leftover healing potions in my pouch. Where are they? Come on, I know I packed more than enough in here. Ah, you're in luck. I have just one left. Now, those wounds are pretty deep, so they won't heal instantly, but it'll definitely get the job done over time. Now, stay still. This might sting a little. Oh, sorry. It's okay, look, it's over. Look at you taking it like a champ, huh? Here, let me wrap this up for you. Mind if I lift your shirt up just a little bit? Alright, and there. Good as new. Well, kinda. Hope you don't mind me asking, but what happened to you? The town's quite a ways away. How did you get so far out? I see. Adventuring on your own when you ran into some monsters, huh? Well, hey, I'm in the same boat. I know that the loot that the monsters drop get better the further you journey from the town, and well, I'm running out of money to spend for the inn that I'm staying at. Figured I could probably cover myself for a while with some loot far away from town, but not much luck as of yet. Seems you took care of a lot of them before I could even get here. Next thing you know, I notice the sun is beginning to set, and, well, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit, but I can't really read this map. Oh, you can read it? Well, how about this? You and I can head back to the town together. I'll protect you from any enemies we may come across. All you need to do is sit back, read the map, and guide us back home. How does that sound? Perfect. I'm Skew, by the way. And you? That name, it sounds so familiar. Wait, I know you. I mean, anyone knows who you are. You're legendary. You lead scouting groups and come back with tons of loot, rescuing your fellow scout mates along the way. I mean, man, I feel safer already. I mean, I know you kind of need to be sidelined right now, but you have so much experience under your belt. It would be an honor to escort you back to town. No payment needed. Seriously, it's okay. No amount of loot is worth the experience I get by just traveling with you. Come on, let's get going. Can you walk? There you go. Up and at 'em. Now, if I'm reading this map correctly, we should be heading this way. Huh? The complete opposite direction. What do you mean I'm holding it upside down? Oh, I see. I was wondering why the map looks so unfamiliar. Oh, and it doesn't look like we're that far from town after all. If you took care of the monsters on the way here, it should be a breeze, a walk in the park. Me? Oh, you know, just a solo adventurer looking to make ends meet over here. I don't necessarily have quite a place to stay right now. I'm like a nomad, never settling down anywhere, always seeking the next adventure to strike rich with all the loot I collect in my adventures. Or, you know, kind of homeless, I guess. Yeah, I left my parents' home when I was of age to go adventuring on my own. Wanted to make a name for myself, kind of like how you did. Not much luck though. But all that matters is that I've managed to keep a roof over my head and food in my stomach. Who needs a steady home when you have adventure? Yeah, honestly, I am trying to collect loot to buy my own place to settle down. It would be nice to not have to stay in a dingy inn every night since that's pretty much all I can afford. And I would love to get in contact with my parents again and tell them, hey, why don't you stay at my place for a couple nights? I earned it all by myself. Scouting party? No, I'm not in any groups or parties as of now. When I first left my home, my parents gave me enough money and food to last me months, even without collecting any loot, just so I can keep myself on my feet, adapt to the adventuring life. I met a couple guys in a shady village and agreed to party up with them. I figured the more the merrier. It beat being alone. Woke up the next morning and they were gone, along with all the money and home-cooked meals my parents had prepared for me. It was rough after that. I was barely able to make ends meet. I didn't have any type of gear, just the clothes on my back. Eventually, I began to work my way back up again. Was able to afford better gear, to fight stronger monsters, which drop more valuable loot, so on and so forth. I saw this little cottage on a hill. Run down, beaten up, but to me it's perfect. Beautiful view from the top of that hill. I had to have it, so set off on another adventure far from town to get some valuable loot to sell in the market, and well, that's when I stumbled across you, bleeding out under a tree. Funny how these things work, huh? This might sound kind of silly, but I think fate had it that we would meet. I was completely lost, and you weren't even able to get on your feet. Put us together, and well, look at us now. Sure, we're in a thick forest and it's getting dark, but beats being alone. You don't talk much, do you? That's okay. For some reason, I really enjoy your company. It's comforting. Truth be told, I've gone through quite a lot. I don't think it's unfair to say that, right? After those guys ditched me and took my stuff, I kind of distanced myself from other people to prevent being taken advantage of again, so, well, I don't really have anyone to talk to. In fact, I think this is the first time I've really been able to say what's been going on in my adventures out loud, let alone to someone who's willing to listen. Wait, you don't mind me rambling like this, do you? I'm sorry, I had a lot to get off my chest and... Are you sure? That's good to hear. I'm glad to have you around. We sure make a good team, don't we? Think so too? Well, I'm glad you agree. I don't know. Like I said, I've distanced myself from a lot of other guilds and scouting parties that honestly seem full of genuinely good people, but I just don't want to start at rock bottom again. Honestly, I may have hurt some people in the past because I was so petrified of having my gear, loot, and livelihood stolen. But I saw you wounded under that tree, and I didn't even have the thought of just leaving you there. No, everything in my body told me to go over there and help you, and I'm really glad that I did. It's nice to have a friend. I hope you don't mind me calling you that, just thank you. I'm glad you can consider me a friend too. I mean, I did save your life after all. You know, I'm surprised that you're okay with sticking with me. I mean, your wounds seem to have almost fully healed, and you easily could have ditched me. I'm sure you'd make it back to town far quicker if you didn't have to carry around a bunch of dead weight with you. Most other highly experienced adventurers would have done exactly that, probably right after stealing all the gear off of my back. But you're just amazing. I mean, seriously, I hear stories of you all the time, going up against hordes of monsters or soloing dungeon keepers and walking out without a scratch. I don't mean to bring it up, but whatever type of enemy injured you must have been pretty strong, huh? Another adventurer? No way. But attacking another adventurer is taboo. I mean, sure, the really shitty people find loopholes to incapacitate others to steal their loot, but that one was deep. There's no way any attempt to incapacitate you was taken. They were out to kill. What did they look like? Wearing a cloak, huh? Yeah, I guess it would be hard to see who it is when they're wearing something like that. Man, you gotta be careful nowadays. More and more stories are popping up of adventurers found dead in this very forest with wounds that couldn't have been made by monsters but by other people. Although, with the name you've made for yourself, it comes as no surprise that some people might want to steal the fame as well as the precious loot you probably carry whenever you're out adventuring. No, of course that's not going to drive me away. We gotta protect each other, remember? I mean, sure, I'm sure you can fend for yourself, but your wounds haven't fully healed just yet, and I'm sure you're super low on energy. How about I buy you a meal when you get back to town? My treat. No, I insist. If it weren't for you, I'd probably still be heading the wrong way, further from town, and would probably end up killed by a strong monster or one of those criminals. You know, some of the dead adventurers didn't even have any storage to carry loot on them, and they were still killed. It's like these criminals are doing it for sport at this point. It's creepy. But I feel safe with you. Look at us. Dream team. You and I against the world. Plus, you have some pretty strong gear. Me, well, I'm getting there. My sword has gotten pretty dull. I was hoping to make enough money on this journey to upgrade it or at least sharpen it. Is that? It is! There are the town gates! Wow, we didn't run into any monsters on the way here. You sure cleaned up, didn't you? Look, there's the tavern. Let's go in. Let me buy you a meal. I feel safer already. And this food is just delicious. Not too expensive either. Should keep me going for at least another day. Oh, yeah, I kind of take it day to day at this point. In all honesty, I've kind of been living not knowing if I'll survive tomorrow. I mean, subpar gear, no place to call home. My chances are pretty slim if I'm being honest. I just hope I can make it back to my parents one of these days. I'm sure they're worried sick. Well, would you look at that? Your wounds are all healed up. I think this calls for a celebration. Barkeep, another round, please. That's good. Yeah, I may just be a little drunk, but that's okay. Today was worth celebrating. Made it all the way back home with one person wounded and one person who can't read a map. We just might be the luckiest adventurers in the world. Don't worry about it. I'll be okay. I'm gonna make a name for myself. Just like you. You heard that right. I'm gonna strike it rich, get some gear, train myself, and be a legendary adventurer. Sure is getting late, huh? Why don't we get headed back? Come on, I'll walk you back to your place. Can never be too sure. These criminals running around, they might even be ballsy enough to strike even within the safe confines of the walls surrounding the town. Come on, let's go. Oh, my head is killing me. Finally sobered up a little bit, but that buzz was keeping this killer headache away. Definitely gonna be a little hungover tomorrow. But that's just the life of an adventurer, right? Shame though, I was hoping to get an early start and hunt the grounds right outside the wall to take care of some weak monsters and get just a little bit of loot. Well, hey, it was nice meeting you. See ya. Where am I staying? Oh, I'll find another inn to stay at. Might have to negotiate with the innkeepers a bit to get a reasonable price. Little secret. If you offer to wash their dishes in the morning, the innkeepers will give you a discounted price. But you didn't hear that from me. Oh, don't worry. I'll be okay. Made it this far, right? Seems I've had a lucky streak recently. Meeting you, getting back to town safe. I'm sure I'll find myself lucky again. What? You want me to stay with you for the night? Oh, I couldn't. I don't want to intrude on your home. Plus, you're a legendary adventurer. You wouldn't want to keep some dingy adventurer like me around. I have no way to repay you. Are you sure? Wow, I have no way to express my gratitude. I'll be out of your hair before you even wake up tomorrow, I promise. Go hunting together tomorrow. You want to form a scouting party with me? Yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh, this is great. With you around, we can head further away from the town and get some great loot. Plus, we can watch each other's backs for any criminals who might try to attack us. Man, thank you so much. Sorry. Didn't mean to hug you like that. I was just thank you. You know what? I'm gonna get that cottage on the hill, and you can stay over whenever you'd like. Drop in unannounced for all I care. I'd love to have you. Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Yes, hunting tomorrow sounds great. Bright and early. Wow, you have such a nice place. Sure beats the inns I've been staying at, I'll give you that. Guest room? Wow, you have a guest room? Sheesh, I'm with a millionaire, huh? I'll make myself at home, but we should both get some rest. Especially you. You just barely survived the day. And again, thank you for helping me get back to town, giving me a place to stay. Thank you for pretty much this whole day. Yes, I guess I did save your life, didn't I? Well, you're welcome. Get some rest, alright? I'll see you in the morning. Good night.